In July 2025, whispers emerged out of Israel. Rumors of a secret ritual performed under the cover of night. A perfectly red cow, a red heifer, was reportedly sacrificed and reduced to ashes in a biblically inspired ceremony. It was the first such attempt in nearly 2,000 years. Although that heifer was later disqualified, just a few stray black hairs made it imperfect. The fact that it even happened sent prophecy watchers buzzing. Could this ritual be a sign that the long-foretold Third Temple is about to rise in Jerusalem? And if so, does that mean the end of the age is closer than we think? Before we unravel this mystery, make sure to subscribe to Basis for Faith for more deep dives into biblical prophecy. And hit the like button if you enjoy exploring how ancient scriptures connect to today's events. To understand the mystery of the red heifer, we must go back over 3,000 years to the time of Moses. In Numbers 19:2, God gave a peculiar command. Speak to the children of Israel, that they bring you a red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came a yoke. This heifer was to be slaughtered outside the camp, its body burned completely along with cedar wood, hyssop, and scarlet wool. The ashes were then gathered and mixed with living water. This became the water of cleansing, the only remedy for the highest form of impurity, contact with death. As Numbers 19:13 explains, whoever touches the dead body of any man, and purifies not himself, defiles the tabernacle of the Lord, and that soul shall be cut off from Israel, because the water of separation was not sprinkled upon him. He shall be unclean. His uncleanness is yet upon him. This law meant that without the ashes of a red heifer, Israel could not maintain ritual purity. How rare was this ritual? Jewish tradition records that in all of history only 9 heifers were ever prepared. The first by Moses, the second by Ezra during the rebuilding of the temple after exile, and just 7 more between then and the temple's destruction in 70 AD. The book of Ezra 6:20 describes how, after purification, the priests and Levites were able to celebrate the Passover. For the priests and the Levites had purified themselves together, all of them were pure, and killed the Passover lamb for all the children of the captivity. Purification was always required before temple worship could resume. That's why the red heifer became so legendary. Without it, no true restoration of temple worship could ever take place. But the red heifer was never just about ritual cleanliness. Early Jewish and Christian thinkers saw it as a powerful symbol of redemption. The spotless red color pointed to purity. Its sacrifice outside the camp paralleled something far greater. The writer of Hebrews makes the connection crystal clear in Hebrews 9:13-14. For if the blood of bulls and of goats, and the ashes of a heifer sprinkling the unclean, sanctifies to the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living God. Just as the red heifer was to be spotless, Jesus was the perfect sacrifice without sin. Jesus was also killed outside the city, just as the red heifer was sacrificed outside the city. The hyssop in the red heifer ritual was exemplified in Jesus' death in John 19:29, when a sponge soaked in sour wine was placed on a stalk of hyssop and held to Jesus' lips when he said, "I am thirsty." Just as the red heifer's ashes cleansed from the impurity of death, so too does the blood of Christ cleanse from sin and death itself. The scarlet wool was also present at Jesus' crucifixion. Matthew 27:28 says, "They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him." The evidence is therefore palpably clear. The red heifer sacrifice pointed to Jesus' death on the cross. For Christians, the red heifer isn't just an Old Testament curiosity, it's a foreshadowing of Jesus, the ultimate sacrifice. But here's where things take a dramatic prophetic turn. Many prophecy watchers believe that before Jesus' words in Matthew 24:15 can unfold, the appearance of the abomination of desolation standing in the holy place, there must first be a holy place to stand in. That means a rebuilt temple in Jerusalem. But according to the Torah, a temple cannot even be rebuilt or rededicated until purification takes place. and purification requires the ashes of a red heifer. This is why the red heifer is sometimes called the gatekeeper of prophecy. Without it, there is no ritual purity, no priestly service, and no functioning temple. Jesus himself pointed to this future moment in Matthew 24:15. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoever reads, let him understand. Both Jesus and Paul pointed to a future temple, one that would be standing in the last days. And if a temple must stand, then purification by the ashes of a red heifer must come first. Fast forward to today. After 2 millennia without a red heifer, organizations in Israel have renewed the search. In 2022, 5 unblemished calves were flown in from Texas to Israel, inspected by rabbis, and declared potential candidates. But the requirements are exacting. Even 2 stray hairs of another color can disqualify the animal. They must never have been yoked, ridden, or used for labor. As of 2025, at least one of those Texas calves reached the qualifying age. Reports claim a secret ritual was carried out. Though imperfect, it was seen by some as a prophetic rehearsal. The Temple Institute in Jerusalem continues its preparation, resolute that when the time comes, the ashes of a perfect red heifer will once again be ready. So what does it all mean? For some, the red heifer is the missing piece of the prophetic puzzle. Without it, the temple cannot be purified. With it, the stage is set for Matthew 24 and 2 Thessalonians 2 to materialize. Others caution that excitement about red heifers has risen and fallen before. Each time, blemishes appeared or the temple was not rebuilt. And for Christians, there's a deeper truth. Jesus has already fulfilled the need for sacrifice. As Hebrews declares, his blood purifies once and for all. Still, the fact remains, the search for the red heifer continues, and if a flawless one is ever found, the prophetic implications would be profound. The red heifer remains one of the Bible's most mysterious sacrifices, a ritual shrouded in ancient law, yet tied to future expectation. Is it the final key to unlocking the end times temple, or just another intriguing thread in God's great tapestry? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, eyes around the world are watching Jerusalem, waiting for the day the ashes of the 10th red heifer are prepared. If you found this journey through history and prophecy fascinating, make sure to subscribe to Basis for Faith, like this video, and share it with someone who's curious about end-time prophecy. And tell us in the comments, do you believe the red heifer is a true sign of the end times, or simply a fascinating symbol fulfilled in Christ? Put your answer in the comments.